I'm Glaciator, the mean ice cream man.
This poorly reused theme.
It's no good! The brakes are busted!
City buses ought to be regularly maintained, so either the city was negligent or some psycho went out of their way to sabotage this bus. Either way, there needs to be an investigation because this is not normal. Also, buses, just like cars, have emergency brakes, but the driver never tries his. He should be fired and his employer investigated for not training their employees properly.
Who needs brakes when they've got us?
This works. These idiots stand and stare instead of getting out of the way. August's mother teleports onto the bus.
What would you say if you and I met up tonight for a little dinner?
That's so thoughtful of you, but I can't. I have to, I've already got plans with some friends.
Well, if your plans end early, come and join me.
We'll see.
Why does Ladybug sound like she's making an excuse when she really does have plans? Is she purposefully trying to give Cat Noir a reason to be mad later?
That was where your father asked me
To marry him.
He hid the ring in a scoop of vanilla ice cream.
And you almost swallowed it too.
And that is why you should never put objects, especially small ones like rings, into food. I don't really subscribe to the whole starving Adrian idea, but really, why is there no food on this table except for this cheese? Just when I thought Gabriel's parenting couldn't get any worse, it somehow does. Oh, so now we're not even trying to put actual words? I think I would have preferred the French. At least then my comment section could translate it for me.
There's no point in waiting for your father, Adrian. He'll be eating in his office.
Then what's the point of keeping me here if he's never gonna show up, Natalie?
Don't forget to practice your piano before you go to bed.
Let's not forget that Natalie is the one who perpetuates Gabriel's abuse, including the ridiculously small amount of food Adrian is given. She is just as bad as Gabriel.
You seem in a hurry to get stood up. She didn't say she wasn't coming.
Yes, she did. She said she had plans. Sure, she said we'll see, but that was just her being polite. I know Adrian has next to no social skills, but he should not be disappointed when she doesn't show up.
Where's Adrian? Don't get upset, okay? But Nino just got a text. Adrian's dad isn't letting him go out. Once again.
Why were they even hoping Adrian would come? They should all know how controlling Gabriel is by now.
Do you know where Andre is today?
The deal with Andre and his ice cream cart is that you never know where he's gonna be. You gotta follow his clues to find out where he's gonna set up.
The first time Milen and I wanted Andre's ice cream, it took us 3 hours to find his cart.
Yes, Marinette knows that. That's why she asked. I get you're explaining it for us, but you could just show us instead of telling us. Also, this seems like a terrible business model. I don't care how good Andre's ice cream is. I am not spending 3 hours looking for him. Also, surely there's an easier way to find him, like a social page where people post when they saw him last. Actually, that's exactly how they end up finding him, so why did it take Milen and Ivan 3 whole hours? Are they just stupid? On second thought, don't answer that.
Glaciator, the sweetheart matchmaker!
Surely these people saw him bike here, so why are they all acting so surprised? Andre supposedly roams around Paris, but in Gigantitan and Bafana, he was in this exact same spot. In fact, a big part of Marinette's plan in Gigantitan revolved around him being here. Why did the writers add this unnecessary detail when it directly contradicts what we've already seen? These cups are edible, so Andre should be wearing gloves. Forget spreading love, let's spread foodborne illnesses instead. This episode really hammers home just how few models this show uses. This guy is seen in 2 different relationships in one day.
Pistachio, vanilla, and strawberry for lovebirds from Italy.
Merci, Andre!
These 2 both go to Marinette's school and are definitely not from Italy. They're really not even trying, are they? Speaking of not even trying, this guy's voice actor sounds terrible.
You're welcome, my friends. Enjoy Andre's ice cream. May love never end. Strapping young Ivan and dear sweet Milen. If you aren't still the cutest lovebirds I've seen. Chocolate praline and white nougat for you. A special concoction to keep your love true. And how about this young miss, the pretty one who sighs? I've a flavor just for her. It's sure to make her smile.
Andre, commit to the bit. Either rhyme all the time or none of the time. This constant back and forth is hurting my ears.
I don't have
Did this guy just whistle at them?
Adrian?
How could you ever confuse him with Adrian? Unlike us, his face would be the first thing you see.
Hey, you finally made it.
Not only is this guy a jerk, he's also a clone of the Italian guy from earlier who already left with his girlfriend.
See here, my ice cream has brought everyone together. Every famous loving couple in Paris.
None of these people are famous.
Peach pink like his lips and mint like his eyes. Eat this, my dear, and your love will materialize. Your loved one is out there.
But I don't have a loved one. I don't think there's something magical about your ice cream. It's just ice cream.
Why is Marinette freaking out? She does have someone she loves, and she should be ecstatic that Andre can tell who it is and promise they'll be together. And clearly she does believe in Andre's magic, as this is the second time she's tried to bring Adrien here. She's lashing out like Adrien rejected her or something, when all that actually happened was that he couldn't come, which she should have expected. She has no reason to act like this other than the writers wanting to Akumatize Andre and somehow make it Marinette's fault.
Hey, I was gonna get another one!
None of them paid for these ice creams. Is Andre running a charity or something? These portions are just wrong. That is clearly only enough for one person, not two. If a vendor ever forces me to share this tiny amount of ice cream with my boyfriend, I'm spitting in their face and never coming back. This is outrageous.
At least it used to.
Fly away, my little Akuma, and freeze the heart of this ice cream maker.
I don't understand. It's never failed.
Wow, the sun sure does set fast in this universe.
Since they refuse to let you melt their hearts, I'm giving you the power to melt their entire bodies instead.
You actually gave him the power to freeze their bodies. Sure, they'll melt eventually, but that's not technically Glaciator's doing, that's the sun's fault. Why does Hawkmaw's magic use this ice cream? Not only does that not align with how they've shown his powers to work, there also wouldn't be enough to create Glaciator's gigantic body anyway.
I'm so lame. You're not lame.
You're right, Tiki. She's not lame. She's a victim of bad writing. Marinette has some wicked upper body strength. Most people would barely be able to pull themselves up like that, and only after a lot of effort. And yes, before you ask, that does include me.
One time, a supervillain fell in love with me. Talk about bad luck.
Nathaniel was in love with you before he became a supervillain, and clearly you did not deserve him if you were gonna talk about him like this.
I seem to be having some bad luck in the love department myself. Tonight, I had this special surprise all planned for Ladybug.
You're in love with Ladybug? For real?
I think we're supposed to feel bad for Cat Noir, but like I said earlier, it was obvious she wasn't going to come. Besides that, Ladybug has no clue Cat Noir is actually in love with her. With how jokish their relationship is, Ladybug would have no way of knowing he's serious unless he told her so, which he hasn't. This, kids, is why we communicate.
It doesn't really matter, because she never showed.
Sounds like you and I both need a bit of cheering up tonight.
You've gotten your heart broken too?
Yep.
Yeah, you're both upset because the person you liked didn't show up when it was obvious they wouldn't. You're a match made in heaven.
Maybe she had a really good reason for not coming. Like, a problem or something.
You're only saying that to make me feel better.
Like she told you she had plans? That's a pretty dang good reason.
I'm gonna lead him away from you.
Cat Noir? Thanks for cheering me up.
It was the least I could do.
Man, I love me some Meerkat. This would be a sin-off if the show didn't drag out this whole love square thing for about 3 seasons too many. Seeing as it hit him after he ran, it wouldn't have reached him had he stayed put. You quite literally ran into that one.
Hello, Kitty. Did the bad guys leave you cold?
How was your amazing evening with your friends?
Cat Noir, I will slap you. She told you she was busy. Stop acting like you're somehow entitled to her time.
The ice cream seems to fire out of his hand, and before Andre got akumatized, he served his ice creams using a whatchamacallit.
The whatchamacallit's called an ice cream scooper?
I understand brain farts, but seriously? Forgetting the word scooper? Maybe this makes more sense in the original dub, but that's not the one I'm sending, so I don't care.
That's weird. It looks like he's leaving the couples alone. We know he doesn't attack couples, so we could pretend to be in love.
Sorry, Ladybug. It's not cool to play with people's feelings.
She's not. She's trying to defeat a supervillain. You cannot be mad at her when you've literally never told her that you actually like her. Glaciator has never needed time to charge up a blast before, but he does now, so Ladybug can get there in time to save Cat Noir.
Are you mad at me because I didn't show up?
What do you think?
No, he's mad because the writers wanted to force conflict while retaining the ability to resolve it easily. You actually didn't do anything wrong.
And I also had a surprise for you, too.
I really am sorry.
No, I'm the one who's sorry. I think we better try your idea.
I would say he got over that fast, if he had ever had any reason to be mad in the first place.
Glaciator, fire! Now's the time! Freeze them forever!
If he did, wouldn't their Miraculouses also turn into ice cream? You could argue it just covers them with a layer of ice cream, but if that was the case, then the worry wouldn't be that the people are going to melt. The worry would be that they're going to freeze to death.
It's all part of the plan.
I can't, Hawkmoth. They look so in love.
You'd think that this would be the way they defeat him, but you would be wrong. This was a completely unnecessary plot point to feed the shipping community, and we all know you should never feed the shipping community.
We've got to take care of Glaciator before all these people totally melt away.
Even if they did, the Miraculous Ladybug would bring them all back. There is no need to rush and risk making mistakes.
Cat Noir!
They changed this music cue, and I hate it. Ladybug is glitching into the background, almost as if she's green screened in. Wait, is she?
I've hit something inside. Andre hasn't turned into the monster, he's inside the monster.
This ridiculous plan works. They could have just had Cat Noir cataclysm the ice cream, but I guess they needed to fill time. It's also just stupid that Glaciator works like this. No other villain has ever functioned like this, and it doesn't make any sense. The yo-yo is still tied around Andre in this shot, and now it's not. Once again, Ladybug proves herself to be faster than the Flash.
Sacre bleu, how enchanting.
Andre, this is a family-friendly channel. I'm gonna have to give you 100 sins just for that.
I don't want to play around with your feelings. It would be the same as lying to you. I don't want to do that.
But why do you think it'd be lying?
Because there's this boy,
There's a boy? Who is...
It'd be lying because she doesn't like you. Duh. She doesn't need a reason or to explain that reason to you. She doesn't owe you anything just because you like her. Can we can the stupid love drama and focus on the fact that the moon is about to crash into the earth? That might be a little bit more important.
You can keep the rose. It goes with your costume.
Are you not going to put out those candles? You're just gonna assume Ladybug will do it? If this building burns down, I'm blaming you, Cat Noir.
I don't have a heartache, Plag. Perhaps Ladybug will love me someday. I mean, like I love her. I have to believe. In the meantime, her friendship is the best gift of all.
Talk about delusion. She rejected you. Move on. It is not healthy to lead yourself on like this, not to mention how annoying it is for poor Ladybug. It's even worse in this situation because Ladybug can't distance herself from him if he keeps pestering her. She has literally no choice but to work with him. This is why I called Cat Noir a creep back in season 1. Do you see it now?
Pretty Marinette, can I offer you some ice cream to eat this time?
Of course. How else will I know if your ice cream is really the best in Paris?
Marinette, maybe apologize? Then again, it's not your fault the writers forced you to say that out-of-character bullcrap, so maybe it's for the best.
Another customer, welcome!
They're not customers if they don't pay you, Andre.
On the house!
It's not on the house when you literally never charge anyone, Andre. I know I keep bringing this up, but that's only because it's stupid.
It was delicious, sweetheart. Couples who eat ice cream at Andre's will stay in love forever.
Magical ice cream!
What's the point? Adrian won't be coming.
Andre's ice cream has always melted hearts. My ice cream has brought everyone together. Every famous loving couple in Paris. Ice cream!
You're very nice, Andre. Ice cream.
Melt their entire bodies instead. I only ask a little favor in return. Get me Ladybug and Cat Noir's Miraculous.
Let it go.
Or the mean ice cream man!
Look out!
You're miraculous!
He said it.
Melted all my plans, but someday.
Do you still think it doesn't lock two loves together? See you again soon, my dear. Would you like some of Andre's sweetheart ice cream? Andre can see it clear as day. I'll even give a double scoop.
Let's not forget that Natalie is the one who perpetuates Gabriel's abuse, including... Gosh. Wow, the sure does sun fast in this universe.
My name is Andre! Andre Glaciator!
My name is Bond. James Bond.
Where have you hidden Marinette?
I forget her.
So why is it that season 2 has worse animation than season 1? Anybody want to weigh in on that? Anyway, I'd like to thank Cast Creations for supporting the channel on Patreon.